I have two philodendron heart-shaped plants right here that are in need of a serious trim. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to propagate these philodendron heart-shaped plants. There are two ways, one through water and two through soil. Stay tuned. What's up, my plant people? If you're new here, I'm the ADHD gardener, where I use gardening, houseplants, and humor as a form of therapy. And I have these two large philodendron Hederaceum, I think that's what it's called, but they are widely known as the heart-shaped philodendron right here. And I gotta trim it down. Now, why am I gonna trim this down? One is ridiculously long and I need the space for it. And two is I want this plant to be a lot more bushier, a lot more full on top. Now, if you propagate or you trim down your vining plants, they tend to bush out, start growing more shoots up on top. Once you cut your plant, the plant kind of gives out a signal saying that it needs to grow. So it will kind of bush out right on top. And that's kind of what I'm going for. So let's get started. Growing medium. Now I have two different ways I'm going to grow these things, okay? I have a simple vase of water. Vase of water. This is what I have. Now you'll be surprised as to how many plants can be grown in just water. I'm surprised all the time. Now the second one is just a soil mixture that I have. I have here soil and peat moss mix. And this is another way, a simple way of just propagating. So we got two different ways right here. I'm gonna show you both. But before we even get that far, let's go over what kind of materials we're gonna need. I always have handy in my possession, in my house, everywhere, is rooting powder. Okay, I always have rooting powder. You don't need rooting powder all the time to grow this, but it just takes a lot longer. And, not saying that your plants won't grow, from the cutting, but this almost really doubles and triples the chances and increases your odds of getting some roots. So I always have rooting hormone powder with me. You're gonna need something to cut with. Now, a really clean, of course, and sharp. Scissors or knife. Anything sharp to be cutting these leaves is what we're gonna need for propagation. What I have here is, look at this vine. This is some thick ass vine. Now, with every leaf that you see, you're gonna see a node, okay? Wherever your leaf is coming from, you're gonna have a node, okay? Same thing over here. Like a little bulbousy area, a little protruding section of the vine, that is where your node is going to be. Damn. Being that this is so long, I'm going to cut it from the top and then section it off because it's ridiculous, okay? See, just right in between two nodes. See where there's a leaf here? There's a node here. Leaf here, node here. I'm gonna go right in between. Snip, snip, I just did it. All right, look at that. This is just one leaf. Now you can leave this and propagate this by itself. Okay, by putting the ends in the water or the soil. However, I want to kind of chop it down a little bit further, but here's the first one. Okay, so cutting them right in between the nodes. Got a node for a plant leaf right here and one for right here, right in between. And now I got a long strip again, right in between. Snip. Not that plants need haircuts in the wild anyway, because they have the freedom to do whatever the heck they want. But indoor plants, for maintenance and for, maybe they grow too wild inside your house, they can stand a little haircut. Okay. Now, if you want to cut with a knife, that works too. Anything that's sharp would work. Again, this one is a lot thicker. So you're gonna cut right in between. Now that we have our cutting leaf that we did, you have two options from here. One is you can leave it just like this. You can propagate this entire thing as is. Remove the bottom leaf, the leaf closest to the cutting, okay? Just remove it. So you have a little extra piece of stem right here. Notice that you have the node right there. Roots tend to come out of the node part from the shoots, okay? So, you know, that is why you take off the leaf. You can also take off a second leaf if you want to, but that's totally entirely up to you whether you want to do that or not. Now from here, you literally, all you got to do is let it hang in water. Make sure that that stem is fully submerged in the water, okay? That is why I take off an extra leaf on top, to make sure that I can really get the stem in the water, you know, in the water. And you just leave it like that. Leave it like that. That's it. You heard me right. That's it. What I have done though in the past, and it has worked for me, I'm not gonna front, it really has. I've even put in some of this rooting powder inside the water. I've actually done that too. Not a lot, dude, no, like a little sprinkle, like boop, 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 that's it. Not a lot, man. Doesn't take a lot. Next thing you know, this will be having some roots in a few weeks, and then we can pot that up if you want, or even probably keep it in water, but that's for another video. That is the first method of propagation. That was super simple. Now what we're gonna do is root up. Now this stuff is awesome. You have your little container of soil. I pre-moistened it. You didn't have to, but you can always do it if you want to. All you do, take a cutting. Something as simple as this. See how we have extra stem available, right? Okay. Now all I do is I stick that stem piece cutting into the root. That's all I do. And I make sure that that stem is evenly covered with rooting powder. That's it. And all you do, stick it in the dirt. You heard me right. You heard me right, peoples. Just stick it in the dirt. We take our piece, all we do, put it in the powder, make sure it's evenly covered. That's it. And you push it in the dirt. This girl be getting obsessive with plants, and you know what? I'm not always running with a lot of money. So propagation is a cheap way to gain another plant in your, plant collection. Now you have to be gentle because the stems will kind of like flop out if you're not paying attention, because the roots have not grabbed or grown at all. There is no roots. So gotta be careful when it comes to planting this one. Being that this is very thick stemmed ones, they're a little hard. So just take note of that. Here we go. I'm excited already. I get excited for any little thing. I'm a very excitable person. It doesn't take much to get me excited. How can this be therapeutic? Like, not only is this making me super happy, I'm very calm. I'm relaxed. I'm not worried about other things that's going on in my life right now. I'm just being happy, enjoying being happy in the moment. And there we have it. I have 2 new philodendron heartleaf plants. I'm excited, so I'm gonna check back in about a week or 2. It's probably gonna take a little longer. I'm not really too sure when it comes to this particular plant, but in general, they usually take about 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes even 4. But let's see how long this takes. We'll be back. Okay. Well, it's been a few weeks later, and let's see what's up and how far I've gotten with this propagation. Now, of course, I've learned a few things. Mind you, not all plants propagate at the same time. Some plants propagate very fast. Some plants don't. They take a lot longer. Have you ever propagated a succulent? That thing takes forever to grow. So this is what's up. Now, I've noticed that the water propagation took a lot faster. As you can see, you will see here. Oh man, that is a beautiful, beautiful set of roots. This is a prime example of some nice roots, yo. Nice roots. Water propagation took a lot faster. Okay, look at that one. That one's still growing. It still needs more time, but this one is short. Needs more time. It is small. It's there. It's so there. However, it is super small. I don't think this is focusing right now, but it's very small. So again, more time is needed. However, you know you're doing good when you start seeing some roots. you start seeing some roots. All you do is change the water, keep changing the water frequently, and you'll get there. However, what did I learn about soil propagation? Soil propagation takes way longer. You're gonna get the roots. However, they're gonna come a lot slower than the water, which is why I can't stress enough about that rooting hormone. I'm telling you, it will work. It's just gonna take some time. If you can lift the leaf out of the soil, you have no roots, not yet. It's not working yet, so you gotta give it more time. But if you wanna take a look at it, because I know us impatient plant people wanna see some root porn, and we can only see some roots during water. We can't see them in the soil, but I'm gonna show you. As you can see, this one I easily pulled out of the soil. Did not root yet. However, you do see roots growing from the node. As you see here also, right here, when I pot it in the soil, I have a new leaf. I have a new aerial root. I'm not really sure what this is. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know. This leaf, sometimes when you're propagating and you still have extra leaves that are not the greatest, they will fall off. But that does not mean that the stem is dead. I've seen them, and it happened to me, where I have a leaf dead, like dying, but another leaf pops up. So again, it's a waiting game, but so far so good. I got some roots growing in this bad boy. This one's gonna take a little more time, but the water propagation was on point. And as usual, I want to thank you guys for chilling with me. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell. I drop a video every week and sometimes even in between. Don't forget to catch me on Facebook. I am always on there. I'm on there daily. That's where my sense of humor comes out in forms of memes, and we can really get a chance to talk and conversate a little bit more. So on that note, I want to thank you guys. Peace and love. Until next time.